Guys, some Nigerians have come out to say, imagine Mr. Dele Farotimi as the EFCC chairman, that position is going to fit him so good. Now, some people are also suggesting that Mr. Dele Farotimi should actually be the Attorney General. And guess what? This post actually gained a lot of likes, forward, and also reaction. People also commented, and I decided to bring it up. Now, this headline says, imagine Peter Obi becomes president and appoints Dele Farotimi as EFCC chairman. Like I said, I just imagine. He's just imagine. Now, see how some Nigerians reacted. This person say, okay, many people will either be in jail, run away into hiding, or go seek political asylum in another corrupt third world country. I'm already dreaming of that day, guys, when Mr. Dele will become the EFCC chairman. And this person say, even if Tinubu be president, if they make Dele Farotimi EFCC chairman, he will first arrest Tinubu. And this other person here said, if Peter Obi becomes president, the best place to send Dele Farotimi is straight into the judiciary to fix it. It will feel like a natural spirit calling for the man. He knows all the mess, he knows the names, he knows exactly who needs to be there or who needs to be held accountable. Nobody will do a better job as Attorney General than Egbon Dele. Some fake live benchers will finally be revisited. Some untouchable names will finally be touched. Let us be honest, Nigeria can never be fixed without a strong force hitting judiciary first, guys. A strong force hitting the judiciary first. So some people were saying Mr. Dele Farotimi should be the judiciary, while some were saying he should actually, be the EFCC chairman. Now, talking about becoming the EFCC chairman, they've been alarmed on the loans collected by Tinubu and where are those loans going to. Recently, we're told that the governors donated about 800 billion or million naira billion for Tinubu's re-election. Guys, now Nigerians are wondering, where is all the money? Guys, all the money. Where is all the money Tinubu has been pouring? I'm going to show you this video where a man has been arrested for calling out Ekiti State governor. Ekiti State governor because of the bad rules. Tinubu said he's giving subsidy money to governors. Now, where is the subsidy money? This person has been arrested. See what this headline is. It says, Ekiti State authorities have reportedly arrested Ayodele Babalola for exposing the terrible condition of roads across the state. A party that goes after citizens for speaking up instead of fixing problem have completely failed the people. APC is a disgraceful political party. Guys, this guy made a post calling out the government, and guess what? They quickly arrest him. Anyway, let me allow you to take a look at the videos I've got for you, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.
Look at your city. This is the road leading to Ijesha Issue. I'm headed to Ijesha Issue right now, and all I can see is dilapidation on the roads. Everywhere is dirty. Come along, let's go see Ijesha Issue. Look at the street right now. I've gone throughout the entire place, and Ijesha Issue, I just really don't understand.
So when you look at this country, when you see the rise of terrorist Islamists, you see the rise of Fulani terrorists moving across the country with impunity, you see the state celebrating nothing, pointing at 30 governors have moved, no governance of any sort is going on. The Minister of Health said only 36 million was released of last year's budget. We had 3 successive budgets and told unimplemented, but the system continues to trumpet success. My dear brothers and sisters, the same country where terrorists who have murdered law enforcement agents, yes, they don't enforce laws, they administer impunity, but he was executed. An assistant commissioner of police, and a terrorist will wear his uniform and come for what they call peace and reconciliation meetings, where the state have been ordered not to bring any law enforcement agent in uniform, and a terrorist, the same one who murdered an assistant commissioner of police, wore the uniform, and Nnamdi Kanu is in prison. And there are multiple persons in prison in this country for much less. Nigeria is beyond enough being enough. It is beyond enough being enough. But my purpose this morning is not to lament. It is to tell you that it is time to begin to organize yourselves. Across the length and breadth of Nigeria, begin to organize yourselves. This system has to be confronted, but it must be done peacefully. And I would explain. I'm not so romantic as to believe that because we are peaceful, the state will be peaceful. It has never been in the nature of the Nigerian state to be peaceful. It has always met every demand for change with violence. I should know. I was one of those who had to deal with the aftermath of what it did at Lekki Tollgate. And the persons at Lekki Tollgate bore no harms. All they had were flags. So I'm not unaware of the fact that however peaceful we may elect to try to make it, the Nigerian state would make it violent. I have no doubt about that. But that should not be the reason why we will refuse to act. At some point, we have to move beyond rhetoric. At some point, we need to have some skin in the game. And what is the skin in the game? The commitment to change. That is the first thing I need you to embrace. The commitment to change, to doing things in a different way, to finding another path, a different path to a better Nigeria, one where there is room for all of us, not the one where we're living in now, where we're barely existing while some people are feeding fat of the land. I am working with others, and we are trying to build structures, at least the technical structures. I know we talked about ICE. I am still waiting on others to do their own end. I've always confessed my inability when it comes to technical know-how. But quietly now, I'm working with a few others. But long before then, please, I ask of you, embrace the idea that we are capable of much better than this. Understand the urgency of now and the fact that enough is already enough. To be lamenting and expecting and hoping that this system will change anything is a lie. A few days ago, as I was seeking to clarify my topic today, I came across a video by a young gentleman, Obi, and he was attacking what he found to perhaps be the snail speed with which my generation has moved in the direction of change. And I asked him, what would you have me do? What can we do differently? He has a whole lot of ideas. I'm waiting for him. There are others as well who have recognized the need to act, to move beyond talking. And I'm also working with them. Excellent young men and women across the length and breadth of Nigeria and in the diaspora. And what we are seeking to do is to build platforms that allows you to meet at the state level and then at your local government level. But not just meet to lament, meet to educate yourselves, meet to discuss a different pathway for Nigeria. Protests do not always take place on the road. Sometimes protests take place, begins in your home. We would seek to equip ourselves to educate each other about the kind of change we desire for Nigeria and about how we propose to bring these changes about in a non-violent manner. The uneducated mob is just a mob. Educate the mob, it becomes an army. I need you educated, and I'm not speaking to you who is able to sit down and listen to me on YouTube or some other channel. I'm speaking to the you in the villages, in the mechanic workshops, in the barber shop. That is the level of sensitization that has to be undertaken in order to defeat this system. We are not interested in knee-jerk reactions. We're looking to build an army of conscious persons who are not only willing to vote, but are willing to stand behind their vote in defense of their vision for the future, a better future. It is not beyond our capacity as human beings to imagine a better Nigeria for ourselves and for our children. If it doesn't happen in our lifetimes, if those ideas have to be watered with the blood of the martyrs for the cause, that is fine. But let the future know that there were thinkers in this generation who saw a better future, committed themselves to it, wrote it down, who made it plain that those who read might run with it. We will be looking to ensure that this happens within the next week. Now, let me explain that we've tried once and failed does not mean we should stop trying. If you believe you have the capacity to build the kind of platforms that can carry the kind of things that I'm talking about, feel free to tap me up online. We'll reach out to you as well. The more expertise we have, the merrier. The important thing is this. It's an idea that does not have to be executed by me. If it is visionary, you must live beyond the visionary. The reality is that some of you will never speak with me personally, might hear what I'm saying this morning, might be 10 years from now, run with it. Votrons are not going to save Nigeria. It will be the victims of Nigeria that will save Nigeria. And if you want the victims of Nigeria to save Nigeria, you would have to educate them in order to build bridges over the many divisions that Nigeria has contrived. The Nigerian in the north, in the south, in the east, in the west have the same pains. The beneficiaries are one. The only thing that unites us is where we sit on the economic ladder. Not tribe, not religion, nothing of that unites. It is the class of your seat in the contraption called Nigeria. Imagine that these were to be a flight. You have first class, you got business class, upper premium economy, and economy in the typical airline configuration. The Nigerian is perpetually locked in cattle class, and the ruining class are perpetually. They are no longer happy even in business class or first class. They are in private jets, massaging Olosho's feet. So let's be clear. It doesn't matter whether you are Yoruba, Fulani, Ijo, Igbo. They don't care. It is where you sit in the contraption called Nigeria. It's got multiple layers of membership, zero citizenship. If you are ever going to become citizens, it will be because you found common purposes. As far as enough being enough, the Nigerian cat not only requires a shave, it requires pedicure and a manicure. It should be skinned, if not quartered. But that would only ever happen when you move beyond the idiocies of these divisions. Enough is already more than enough. And if you do not acting consciously, there are already sufficient basis for the implosion of Nigeria. It is that implosion that I seek to avoid. I keep speaking, but I never speak to divisions. In the knowledge that you can never divide Nigeria is not designed to be divided. It's designed to consume itself instead of dividing itself. If you can't divide it without killing yourselves, why not seek to unite it so that you can move it forward together? There is a better future in understanding that yes, enough is enough. But that enough is enough for all of us, but it's not enough for the ruiners. And the ruiners are your brothers and sisters. It's easy to point at those from the other side, but the reality is that those who ruin you speak your language. They probably sat in your churches with you as I speak right now. Some of them were with you in the mosque on Friday. The pastors and imams are members of that class. But you, who are members of the same class, the class of victims, you divide yourself along multiple lines. Let's build the bridges. Those bridges are to ourselves because our afflictions mirror each other. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. For those who are protesting against these electoral reform moves, it is my own intention that similar moves be made. Are you here? NEPA is announcing itself after almost a full day of no light in a country where $16 billion was spent by government. It wasn't designed to give you electricity. It was designed to enrich the beneficiaries of Nigeria. When you hear of grid, national grid collapsing, it was because, and it is because, national grid is standing gidigba. Enough was enough long ago. It It is the failure to organize that has sustained the madness. Organize. Organize. Organize around ideas. If you already have platforms that we can layer on, reach out to me. Hit me up. I'm not that difficult to reach. But there is a need to organize. If we don't, we've lost. And we're not too lost to retrace our steps. Organize. Enough was enough long ago. These people have pushed for too long. We are the ones who have refused to respond because we've been too focused on our divisions. It is time to organize. This system has to be confronted. Enough was enough long ago. Long ago, enough has been enough. What has been lacking is the capacity, not the courage, the capacity to confront minimizing the idea of violence. Let's build that capacity. Enough is already enough. I'm gonna see you next week. Stay safe in this crazy mess we've built for ourselves.
Who sold Nigeria? How did a person like Pantami end up being in charge of our national data? How somebody who is a self-confessed terrorist became our Minister for Technology in charge of our national database? How? Who sold Nigeria? And me and you, we kept quiet. And then when Buhari was done, he sold Nigeria as well. He sold it to Tinubu. This is very simple. Look all around you. Every law was compromised to make Tinubu the president of Nigeria. His pedigree didn't matter to the president. His educational background did not matter. He had to be the president. The sovereignty of this country was sold to make Tinubu the president of Nigeria. Laws be damned. Morality be damned. And it's not just the judiciary who sold Nigeria to Tinubu. Where are the elders of this country? Where are they? Where are they? The political class, or should I say crass, where are they? Where are they? Who is speaking? A government is awarding, a president is awarding a contract with a no-bid contract at an unheard of price, at an outrageous sum, outrageous in the extreme, 2 point something. I can't even wrap my brains around the figures any longer. But nobody's talking. Nobody's talking. Nigeria has become Tinubu's property to do with as it pleases. What has Obasanjo said about it? Please, what have you heard from Abdulsalam Abubakar? Which one of your pastors that talked about the coastal road? How much have they collected out of it? Why are they all quiet? Nigeria is the way it is. Something that outrageous has happened that everybody who once spoke have kept quiet. Quiet. It's not even about us imagining things. It is about us being told. We're told routinely. In a country that has over 20 million children out of school, in a country where people cannot go to their farm, in a country that cannot even secure its own border, where somebody was I think that, Venerable Achi was kidnapped with his wife and daughter. Ransom was paid, but they killed this man in front of his wife and daughter, who must have been serially raped by now by these monsters. That country had hundreds of children in terrorist custody. The same terrorists who are phoned to release children. The same terrorist Bayo Ononuga told us they have their numbers, they can talk to them. Who couldn't be spoken to? How absurd do you get? Hundreds of children in their custody, but this country has enough firepower to go and stop a coup. No problem. On rules authority, we have decades of non-alignment in our foreign policy, but overnight, Tinubu, a president lacking in legitimacy or popular mandate, he had been thwarted in his attempt at attacking Niger, thanks to David Udeyin and whoever leaked that memo. This man, within hours of a coup, could mobilize our Air Force and our special forces into Benin Republic. Before the dust of that one is even clear, under very opaque circumstances, our Air Force jet is grounded in Bobo Dioulasso or wherever in Burkina Faso with our airmen detained, and they are still busy lying. Who sold Nigeria to Tinubu? That none of you can even talk. Nobody is asking questions, and before the dust is even settled, they are talking about our fathers fought against the sale of Nigerian sovereignty to Britain, who was our colonial master, the original owner of Nigeria, who actually paid a price, purchased it. Our fathers fought and ensured that these people could not, under any stretch of the imagination, bring that defense pact to function. But this generation is sitting down. A president forced on the country is selling our sovereignty brazenly. Our tax records, supposedly anonymized, would be shared with another country. Does this make any sense? Who sold this country? Who sold it? Who sold this country? How much was it sold for? Can we redeem it? Is it possible to redeem it? I don't understand exactly where we are, to the point where we do not seem to understand that these unilateral and opaque decisions that explains nothing to anybody, not even a pretense at carrying along the rubber stamp legislative hand. Does it make any sense that we, who are the victims, sit on the fringe whilst decisions are taken, impacting our interest and the interest of our children, the future of everybody, and we just keep quiet? Let me tell you when you become complicit. When citizens refuse to be informed, even if you are victims, to be freed, you must be informed. When information is weaponized against you, when poverty is weaponized against you, but you voluntarily refuse to be informed, you sold Nigeria. When you refuse to participate in the political process, flawed as it is, you failed Nigeria. You sold it. When you fail to demand accountability and transparency, when you find reasons to be silent in the face of evil, it is time now, is our own, you failed Nigeria. You sold it. When you refuse to challenge impunity, you sold Nigeria. When you fail to confront, you sold Nigeria. When you laugh and applaud evil because it's happening to somebody you happen not to like, You sold Nigeria. So the persons who sold Nigeria are many and they are varied.
So guys, you can see that a whole lot is happening in Nigeria currently. Honestly, people don't even know where to run to. People don't know who to call upon because of the rottenness in the system is something that Nigerians cannot believe. I mean, there nowhere is safe. Corruption everywhere in this country. Corruption, guys. And one might be wondering, how are we going to get out here if not for Nigerians to sit up and do the needful? Now, the very dark man is telling Nigerians that everybody should come out, that he's going to ensure people get their PVC because Tinubu has failed. He needs to be voted out, guys. The very dark man says he's going to support, but he's not going to tell people where to vote, who to vote for. But he's going to ensure that people get their PVC. If it means him escorting them to the, the INEC centers to go collect their PVC, he's going to mobilize his men to go get all the PVC so that people can vote, because there's a way you can come out and vote overwhelmingly, and guess what, they will not be able to rig the election. I think that's a very good suggestion. Now, a guy has also called out on Nigerians to make sure you get your PVC, because the more the voters turn out, the more it is unlikely for them to be able to rig the election. So Nigerians, the ball is in your court. Get your PVC, get ready to vote out Tinubu in the next election, because we can't continue with this level of failure going into 2027. If Tinubu comes back till 2031, guys, just imagine how that will feel. Yeah, staying in this situation we've seen ourselves till 2031 is going to be war. I mean, people are already tired. Now, this one here says, this headline says, awesome to see Emeka Ike and the village boy movement coming together like this. Let's keep pushing the positive change. Okay, Emeka Ike is also running for, I don't know if you've seen it or so. Emeka Ike is an actor in Nigeria. Let's see how that will play out. Now, this other headline here says, look at what they are doing to shop owners who are protesting because they lost their goods to armed robbers. Lady says as she record the moment security operative dispersed protesting shop owners with tear gas followed repeated attacks on gadget stores and Egbogonugu market, Asaba Delta. Wow, shop owners are now Nigeria that is as hard as anything. In the night thieves will go. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. Let me know your take. Obi Kwankwaso, and they say all the way Nigeria will be okay, guys. The Kwankwasia movement are always on the go, guys. They are even pulling more weight this time than the obedient. So this is amazing to watch. I mean, every day they're on the street. Campaign has not started, but guess what? They're on the street every day doing the needful, guys. Buy Nigeria before it kills you. Buy Nigeria before it kills you. Okay, that's Mr. Dele Farotimi saying buy Nigeria before it kills you. Guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section. This one says, according to unconfirmed report, another trench of kidnapped victim recorded by bandits. Hey, God. This is unbelievable. What is happening in Nigeria? Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about what is happening in Nigeria. It's unbelievable, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you.